Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream. My goodness, well, it's been a few weeks, hasn't it? It hasn't felt like it, but it has been 2 weeks now, 2.5, since, well, actually, yeah, 2 weeks without any live streams at all, and I warned y'all that there wasn't gonna be much live streams happening on Twitch, and that's what happened because there were some things going on with me, my family, some things I had to take care of that I knew my time was just going to be, I wasn't going to be able to do these, and so that's pretty much what happened. But back at it, pretty much. I mean, I still am doing things, but can get back on it. So we are back in the live streams. We are back to post-production, and I never really stopped. I did edit this, and you're going to see, you know, some of the results in a little bit for this. But first off, hi, I'm Ryan, and this live stream is post-production, video editing of Tales of Valhalla, The Aftermath Chronicles Season 3. Tales of Valhalla being a stop-motion HeroScape adventure series, and we already have Seasons 1 and Seasons 2 on YouTube. Go ahead on YouTube, type in the search bar Tales of Valhalla, and you will find us there with our 2 seasons, along with a whole bunch of other behind-the-scenes content, other animated content. You just have literally hours of content to view, watch, enjoy. Thank you. And for merch, yes. See, I'm wearing a shirt here. It says TOV, Feel the Wind. This is I Can Feel the Wind Beneath My Nostrils t-shirt. We have a merch store. It is www.cptov.store. So www.cptov.store. And we have a bunch of t-shirts, hoodies, and other like Tales of Valhalla merchandise that you can buy. Primarily, it's for the person who wants great stuff to wear, but as well as if you're looking for a way to find a way to help contribute to future seasons being built for this series. I do get a cut of that, a good cut of the sales for that, and that'll help start establishing us to build a budget for future seasons, and any help would be appreciated. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, so like I said, production, and we, like when last live stream, we were just getting started working on episode 2, and you can see right here, this is where we're at for episode 2. So I was able to get all the video done and edited these last 2 weeks, all pretty much done, and we're going to focus in on this half hour, and we have a half-hour live stream, and it's a pre-recorded live stream because of course my internet is stinky and I have to upload these things because I don't have good strong internet. My internet service is awful. Starlink, please come to me soon. And so that's why this is pre-recorded. So for those of you who want to say hello or have any comments in the comment section on Twitch or Facebook, I'm usually monitoring those things while I'm running, while this live stream is being run. So you can do that and say hi, whatever. I will comment back in the text area. It's the best I can do at the moment. But anyway, so we're going to be taking a look at, because last time we were looking at how I made the elementals invisible, transparent on the screen, and now I'm going to show you, or in a little bit I'm going to show you guys how not only did I make it transparent on the screen, but make it visible when it needed to be fighting a miniature, and then going back into transparency and visibility, occupying the space of its host, or its symbiont person. And so we're going to break down that in a second. First here, I wanted to just, okay, I wanted to show you that not only did I get the video editing layered, but also got the voiceovers done, and like the voiceovers matched up good with all the video parts here. And I'm starting to get all the sound effects in. See all these all over the place here. Most of these are all movement effects, because if you didn't have these type of movement effects, like I'll just put them in here, so you can listen, hear that. Some soft, some subtle, but all those are see, some of it's like wings flapping, but most of it's just, you know, movement sounds in the scene. Because if those movement sounds weren't there, it would just, I mean, most people like probably don't think twice about listening to movement sounds in the videos. But if they weren't there, you would tell a difference, and so there's a subconscious, at very least a subconscious difference with those movement sounds in there, so they have to be placed in. And so, like I said, this took some time. This took about a week to layer in, but it's the majority of sound effects that I put in there, and so I still have a bit more sound effects to put in, and then some special effects, like we have a little bit of a fight scene in this episode, so I got some guns firing and stuff, and have to put that in. I'll probably be doing that next week or the end of this week, and after that, I mean, we're getting very close. I mean, it's gonna, I said, let's see here, look at my schedule, I said the end of August, and at the time of this recording we're in the middle of August. So it's going to be close to release episode 1 and 2. It's probably going to be at least like the last day of August or into September, basically, when these two episodes episode 1 and episode 2 will be released. But be released they will be, and it's going to be a matter of just, like, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks, as long as I can get them in, polish them up, and then we should be set. So, like I said, it didn't, like, what's been going on the past couple weeks, I wasn't able to live stream, but it didn't slow me down with editing much, so glad to get them done now. Not gonna do much in the way of editing, just gonna show you guys another how-to, and again with the Elemental, and of course I'm using Hitfilmpro. And for those of you watching this on YouTube, I have a link in the description for Hitfilm's web page, or I think it's called fxhome.com, but anyway, and you can download a paid-for version, and they also have a free version that they give out of their software. Either way, it's great stuff to use. If you just want to practice on it, get the free version, and then if you like it enough, you know, purchase their pro version. But I love Hitfilm. They got great tutorials, great people working on stuff. So anyway, okay, so this is, like I said, the last time showing you, this is pretty simple. You just got to make sure you pre-plan when it comes to mixing the practical and the digital effects of invisibility for this scene. So, like I said, you just got to know what the scene is going to entail, at least this part of it, when it comes to making your visible, invisible creature visible or invisible at when you need it. So, and I kind of knew already that for this shot that we were gonna have someone trying to sneak attack Mariko here in this fight scene. And so let's just go here. So we map it out here. So we have Otanashi here, and she's about ready just to strike Mariko. And already we see the water elemental becoming visible. So literally, Mariko has eyes on the back of her head, with the help of the water elemental watching her back and protecting her from sneak attacks, which is kind of a cool thing. It's a subtle hint, you know, into the in the episode, but it's quite apparent there. You know, it's a cool skill to have. And so now we have this part where the water elemental comes out of Mariko, and then while Otonashi is striking, coming into solidify itself that way to block Otonashi's attack, like so. And then not only block, but then basically shove her away and then disappear back into Mariko. So that is what I had in mind. Now, how do we animate that? Let us see. So first I'm going to just remove those and just show you two parts. So I shot two kinds of animated frames like before, or two animated shots like before. Same frame, so you animate one shot, boom, like so, and then you animate the other shot with just the elemental that, or the miniature that you're going to have transparent / invisible. And so what I had to keep in mind was, now for this first shot here, the parts, like the instances where I wanted the water elemental visible, then the water elemental was in the scene. Pretty simple. And doing everything that it needed to do, but as soon as the water elemental needed to be transparent, then I would just take it out while animating, and so that way you don't see it at all. So now what we need to do is just replace the water elemental where it's not seen with an invisible one on this separate shot. It's pretty simple. So I think the only difference between the other elemental shots where elementals aren't fighting, they're just occupying the space of the miniature that they're symbionts with, is that you just put it into the scene solid and then take it out when you need to. But with this, you just have to make sure you time it as good as possible, so you have it occupy the space of the miniature that, you know, it's occupying, and then of course you take it out of the scene where it's supposed to be solid. And then I just animate blank for a while, and then when it comes time for the water elemental attrition to transition back to being invisible transparent, then you add it back into this separate shot, and you have it move where it needs to move, and then let it be still so it can fade into this scene. And that's basically pretty much it. So again, two separate shots, and then you just add and you try to blend each shot where the water elemental is invisible, and you just got to make sure you get the timing right. And invisible. And again, I mean, I already showed you last time on how to mask around, and the same thing, masking and then fading in, fading out on when we needed the water elemental to be transparent, invisible, and that's pretty much it. That's how it's done. I hope that made sense. I have a terrible time explaining things, but that's how we're kind of doing it right there. So yep, that's it, and this is how it looks. Anyway, the end result's cool. end result is cool. So there is, like I said, this is a lot. This is episode 2. Let's see here. Okay, a minute. It's about 12 minutes long. And there's a lot of things happening. See, I already got the map ready. And I got the logo, Season 3 logo ready. And there's another map part here. Where we're going to be seeing Gear and Light Folly very early in this season already. And I suppose here, now I have nothing set up for this, but I guess I can show you. I'm just going to start making a composite shot for when this fight scene's happening. So this is one, okay. So making composite shots. And we'll start with this shot because she will fire her weapon, I believe, right there. So, make a composite shot, and since there's only one fight scene in this episode, I'm just gonna go by fight 1. And there'll be quite a bit of shots, composite shots made for this fight scene, but we're just gonna do that. And there, so they're making a composite shot for this. And go back, see here, these water elemental ones here. I think I've done all I needed to do for these water elemental shots. Yeah, so I'm just going to close them. Same thing, oh, let's see here. Maps all on. I think I will. Oh, let me think about it. I don't think I need the maps on either. So I'm just going to start setting up the composite shots for these. And so, like I said, next week we're just going to be going through adding the layers of gunfire. Because we got gunfire on both sides, from these agents as well as our airborne elite. Let's see. Yeah, so like basically all these separate shots will need to be, most of them will need composite shots of gunfire. So that is a lot of work that I will need to do. And let's see, we got still a few minutes, so what can I do? What can I do? It would be this time that I would actually probably ask, does anybody have any questions if I were live, but I'm not live. But let me just go to here, okay. So I'm just gonna run through this a second. I'm just gonna double check on a few places, like, I'm just trying to think about what, well, actually I know one thing I can add. Because we do need, like for right there, there's a sound effect for that little glowing thing. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay. this one? Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, so we'll just add these sound effects and then call it a night. So yeah, it's this. So let's find, yeah, that sounds like it. So right there. It comes like right there, so let's try and stretch it out. And let's just lower the volume a little bit. Okay. Now let's just copy this and find this here. There's the other map, and there is the other little point of light. And I might like add something else, or actually make it dimmer as well. Let's see here. But that is a couple other sound effects I needed to add, so I did. Yay. And so yeah, now it's just adding special effects and polishing things up. So that's what we'll probably be working on next week. And now I'm out of time. So with that, let's see. Hit save here. Go back here. Yeah, we'll just go there. All right, sounds good. All right, with that, I will bid you all a good night and say what I always say when ending these live streams. For those of you who are watching this on our Tales of Valhalla YouTube page, this is an edited down version of about a half-hour live stream. If you want to see the full amount of this live stream, everything that we've talked about, sound effects, in special effects in detail, go to our Conductor Productions YouTube page and you'll see the full half-hour of our live stream there. And again, links in the description below or on the screen in front of you. Support us by buying merch. And with that, I thank you guys for watching. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you guys next week when we add and have some fun with special effects. Have a good night. Later. And I hit my microphone. Darn it.